Hi, it's Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. Just stopping by to do another energy update in what's going on with this soulmate cycle, particularly for twin flames and divine counterparts, soulmates who are, working their way through this current soulmate cycle where we seem to have hit some kind of pinnacle point in unions coming back together. And if you've watched any of the videos I've put up before, you'll know that when I talk about unions, I'm not just talking about those who are walking with their counterpart here on the physical earth plane, that some twin flames manifest as 5D unions. So however this journey is playing out for you, however it's manifesting, I see you, and if this reading is resonating, it's for you. So but for those who are having big conversations right now, who are in a place of union, essentially I read from the perspective of the divine feminine initially, just because that's the person, they're the ones I've been dealing with the most. They've been my biggest client base up until now, and by and large a lot of them are Cancerian. So this particular reading I'll read from the vantage point of the collective and see what's going on, but I do also read from the perspective of the Cancerian divine feminine in other readings. So let's have a bit of a look at what's going on, the current, let's take the temperature of these divine unions at the moment. Oh, in the energy of the Empress, straight up. Let's have a look what else is going on there. We've got the Eight of Swords. This is not surprising me, divine feminine, how I'm seeing these cards come out. We've got the Strength card in the soul space, the Six of Swords in our challenge space. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in our advice from Spirit, and as a potential outcome, or what have we got? Oh, Three of Wands. Yep, righto, as a potential outcome. This is doesn't feel too sort of out of whack from where we've been tracking. Let's have a look at what's at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Queen of Wands. Oh, we've got the Chariot. Are we seeing them there? Not quite. Let's move over a little bit more. We've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Chariot, we've got the Five of Pentacles, and we've got the Ace of Wands. Then we've got, oh, interesting. I don't like to dig too deep under the deck, but this just sets the mood for what Spirit is trying to sort of bring forward. And I've probably dug a little deeper than I should, but it's such an interesting read. Look at that, we've got the Fool there. I'm going to stop there, but oh, look, more blessings, and more blessings. This is what's been playing out, is that these connections are moving closer and closer towards union. Now, if you've watched any of the videos that have come before this, I haven't been out on YouTube long, but I have been reading for a long time and working with twin flames sort of in private practice, helping people sort of understand these unions and the ascension and the mission, the whole box and dice. So where I was moving towards is that these unions, this current soulmate cycle, is coming to towards like a pinnacle moment, and conversations are happening, connections are happening. But now we've got this new dynamic playing out where the divine feminine has some serious wheel wobble. And what the universe is trying to push us into is to be a little bit more lighthearted. I'm not surprised to see the Fool there. And what we've got, look, this Queen of Wands energy and the Chariot and the Five of Pentacles. Look at this, trying to move us into more passion. Like the Queen of Wands, she's a very creative character. She's very driven by, creative, passionate emotions. And, what do I want to say about the Queen? It's like it's this forward momentum into feeling very, very strong in, to me, this character is coming across as someone who's strong in her belief, strong in her drive, strong in her desires. And when it comes out with the Chariot, it's like she's really come into a place where she's, independently, she figured out what she wanted. So it's like, there's so much forward momentum behind the divine feminine now, that actually when this connection comes back around, there's a lot of questioning going, well, you took too long. I don't know if it's actually what I want anymore. Even though they want it, they don't know if they want it. So there's a little bit of confusion, which is why I think we've got the Five of Pentacles coming out as well. It's like going, I don't know if I want to leave this connection out in the cold. It's taken too long to get here, and I figured out what it feels like to have a sense of self-love and self-validation and self-purpose, and very much being in charge of their journey. That, you know, some feminines are actually getting to the point going, well, I actually want to leave this divine connection out in the cold. I don't need it disrupting my life anymore, which is kind of like it's it's a bit of a crisis point, when she's worked so hard to have these connections come in, to be sitting there going, I don't know if I do want it. Look at this Ace of Wands. Here is the universe trying to give our queen here her fresh new start with passions and desires, and tracking down what those things that she wants. But she's kind of like, yeah, I'm not so sure I want that anymore. Not so sure. There's a lot of moving and questioning, and going from the questions of is this what I want? And so it's like a real question mark energy, but where it wants to move is into a place where it's the I am in a soulmate connection. I do want this fresh start, and commitment and celebration of this connection is genuinely what I want. So this is the push coming from the universe. And like I said, we went 7 cards deep to get that story, but it still feels really relevant for me to have dug those cards from the bottom. It feels like that is the push from the universe right now. I'm going to sit them there because I feel like that sequence is really, really relevant. So let's have a look at you, Divine Feminine, and go, what's going on in this story? We've got you in the energy of the Empress. Naturally, you've done all of that beautiful work to come into this beautiful space of feeling connected with nature, connected with the universe. Look, she wears this on the crown of the Empress. I love this idea that she's connected above and below, you know, like she's walking that lovely path where she has true connection to both. Very nurturing energy, very in control of her world. Anyone who crosses this lady's path, they know she's an earth angel, they know she's got it going on. But what is this? 8 of Swords. Now that everybody understands that this earth angel's got it going on, and that her journey was really, really relevant, how come we've got her up in her head thinking? Have I made myself a prison that I don't know if I want to live in? Have I adhered too tightly to this doctrine and this have I clung to this person too tightly when there's more out there for me? Now that this person wants to come back around and have conversations, it's put me all up in my head and away from my feelings and away from my truth. But to me, it feels necessary. I don't feel like it's too out of whack. And even though in some cases it is feeling like a crisis point, I don't think we're going to stay here for forever. Now I'm talking I am talking to a lot of divine feminine twin flames who are hitting this kind of space. Well, now I'm the Empress. I don't know if I really want to put myself back into the firing line and right up in their head about what that next chapter looks like. There's a bucket load of fear. There's a bucket load of fear that going, do I want to go back and bring this poison back into my life? Now I've got myself free. And I think this is coming about because essentially the conversations, and we'll see if the reading plays out that way, but is like essentially the conversations are coming forward where the divine masculine is still not presenting fully, as a divine counter. It's like the conversations are, hey, how you going? And not truly addressing what's played out or what's gone down, which is putting the feminine up into a difficult space going, well, does this person, have they evolved? Have they changed? Am I going to get more of the same? If I head back towards this divine masculine, am I going to have to repeat the journey? Has any evolution taken place whatsoever? And it is leading us into this next step. We're in the soul space. We have the Strength card. So, the Strength card is all about having that inner will. And represented here, this energy to me is the idea of, we've got these 2 pillars that are really, really strong, and the person in the middle is equally a pillar of strength, holding up that descending shape that's coming down upon them, which is In this particular, this is my own tarot that I've created. It's like, to me, that's the energy of the universe is coming down upon this person, and they're using all of their inner will to manage earth and sky and in between, and they are a pillar of strength. To be a pillar of strength means you're coming up against something that requires you to be a pillar of strength, which is, to me, there's fear, there's anxiety, there's, I don't want to go back to whence I came. I want to continue to remain, to be in the energy of the Empress. And should this divine masculine come back around and take me down that path again, I don't think I can bear it. I don't know if I'm ready to get back on this roller coaster with this person, even though it's what I wanted the whole way along. So it really is causing this mental prison of going, what's in my soul, what's in my head, what's in my heart, how do I make all of these things line up and not drive myself crazy in the process. These energies are so intense. So what is the challenge here? Look, we get into the Six of Swords. The challenge is to get yourself to calmer waters, Divine Feminine. And I do feel like the intention of this energy is to get you into calmer waters, is to get you out of the fight, is to get you out of the struggle, the mental struggle. It is to get you out of this prison that you've had to live in for way too long. So the challenge is actually to get in the boat, pack up these swords, pack up these struggles, and get yourself over to calmer waters. The advice from Spirit is you're sitting pre-harvest. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles there. It's like you've got the character sitting under the tree waiting for the fruit to ripen. So to me, Spirit is saying, you still are, whilst we're in it, and here we've got our ships coming in with the Three of Wands. We make our choice, we choose our path, we get towards it. They're also saying that it's, you can see the harvest, the fruit is on the tree. Biting into it might feel like the fruit is still a little sour, but the overall outcome of this pre-harvest moment is that it is all coming towards you. All the work you've done, all of the effort that you've put in, deciding on what your true path will be, is, yes, you are still a minute away. You're still in that little bit of pre-harvest. So when your divine masculine comes in, if he's a little underdone, which it appears to me that that's kind of what's been playing out, that the hey, how you going story is not washing as well as it could, because the feminine doesn't want everything she's been through swept under the rug. This needs to be addressed, and as much as she understands, because she is the Empress, she understands what the purpose of the journey is, she understands mission. Look, she chooses mission, she knows it, she gets it. But she's not going to dismiss everything that she's been through. And if it is attempted to be swept under the carpet, if the masculine comes in cocky and just thinking that he can just, dismiss what played out, he's got nothing coming. Because this feminine is, unless we address this properly, I'm just going to stay up in my head and I'm not going to entertain this idea of, just if you attempt to sweep this under the rug, divine masculines, I just don't think it's going to wash. I think you're going to tank. I think conversations are going to tank if they're not addressed properly. Let's do that. Let's have a bit of a look at what's going on with the divine masculine and see if we can get some insight. Look at that sticky energy. They didn't want to fall properly there. Let's have a look. Righto. Let's have a look. What's going on, divine masculines? The Devil in reverse. Are these all upside down? Eight of Cups in reverse. The Moon, the right way up. The Six of Cups, the past. This is the challenge. Oh, here comes the Empress, divine masculine. Righto, what do we got at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, look. See this? This Knight of Swords. It's giving pre-harvest. Oh, Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. I'm not going to dig much deeper than that. That feels to me like as far as we need to go. Now, the universe is setting the room for him to come forward. Look at this conversation. But he comes through as a knight. So it is action-oriented. It is designed to have a purpose. He is taking bold, decisive action. But the Knight of Swords is not that polished conversation. It's not getting to the heart of the matter, and it's still a little bit wishy-washy given what's played out. I mean, it's great that he's seen what he wants and he can drive towards it, but the conversation is still wishy-washy. See this? It's like, yeah, I'm charging forward and I'm ready to give, absolutely ready to give, but I'm still pre-harvest. Like, I still don't have the fruit of the conversation ready to go. I still don't have the full capacity to deliver this union into the space that it needs to go. So I do want to give. I am going to take bold, decisive action towards conversation, but we're still a little pre-harvest. And look, we've had that Seven of Pentacles twice. So it's like nearly there. Nearly. Gosh, so nearly. And the conversations that that are happening, if you're having these conversations, if they haven't begun for you yet, like, fear not, they're not far away. Look at this, Seven of Pentacles. You're so close to these tipping over. And here comes in with the Knight of Cups, you know, the offer of love. And he is, look, the Knight of Cups is in love with love. Don't we just love the Knight of Cups? He comes through and, you know, with his writing his pretty poetry, his pretty words, and his fluffy romance version. Twin Flames and Beyond, Knight of Cups, let's face it. I mean, it's nice that the offer comes in, but it's not going to wash. Knight of Cups is not going to wash. As much as it's nice that the offer comes forward, I just don't think it's enough for Divine Feminine at this time. If you just come in with not addressing where it's been, if it's just the fluffy side of the romance, I don't think it's going to wash. Look at this. They do want to make a change. They do want to make a shift and leave. This is the universe, is like saying the 180 wants to take place, and it wants to come back into a space of celebration and connection and enjoying good times again. And the offer will come in that, honestly, you know, if the universe is putting this up as setting the room, like, I can see that would have some level of being genuine, especially with the Wheel of Fortune underneath it. And wanting to celebrate, wanting to bring this back in good times. The end to the burden was the next one underneath it. But let's play it out. Let's play it out here. Trying to put the devil in the past, you know, that the toxic behavior, you know, perhaps whatever it was that was driving the Divine Masculine to behave in a manner less than savory, that was pushing these connections aside, whatever they were choosing on their side. They're not choosing anymore. They're saying we're putting the devil to bed. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, whatever it is, third person, third parties, however that played out in your connection. And across the collective, that's going to play out in a billion different ways. So I don't want to be the devil to your Empress. I know you are the Empress, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I don't want to be the devil to your Empress, but I've got a few things to play out. I've got a few loose ends to wrap up. So when I'm reaching out going, hey, how you going? It's because I know what I've done. I know how I've behaved. I know what needs to be wrapped up to come towards you, but it's hard for me to acknowledge it. I would rather sweep it under the rug, but I know that it's not gonna cut it, but I've got to start somewhere. I've got to start somewhere. And if I can start here, I'd really appreciate it. I know you want to talk about this, Empress. I know, Divine Feminine, you want to address it. But can't I come in like this? Can't that just be okay? I think it's going to wash. I think the conversations are going to tank if it doesn't address what this is. Look at this. I want to move to new horizons. We've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. And it's tricky to move past 8 broken cups. Look at this character. He wants to head towards that new horizon, but to get to that new horizon is to deal with the 8 broken cups that have come from whatever it was that led him out of this connection in the first place. Right? It's a bit to address. So what he's showing in the real world is what he's showing everybody is that he might want a new horizon, but how is he going to bring it about? We've got this one in a struggle to get past past the 8 broken cups, and this one in the 8 of swords, where they're, you know, put up a bit of a prison to, you know, conversations that are not conducive to bringing a better day around. Yeah, good luck getting past your 8 broken cups, Divine Masculine. If you can't address this, you are not going to succeed here. What's going on over in the soul space? You know, the stuff that the masculine doesn't want to talk about. Look at that. It's going to take the feminine a bucket load of strength if the masculine's going to keep keeping secrets. If he wants to have these things remain a mystery, then, you know, for these unions to come back online, we're still in this place of struggle. You're going to keep secrets in, you know, your soul secrets, and not address this Divine Masculine. I keep saying it, these conversations are going to tank if they're not open and honest, if there's mysteries and secrets still to be played out. It's going to be a difficult time. What have we got in the challenge position? Look, the past. We've got 6s on both sides, the feminine and the masculine. The masculine to address the past. And look at this. I know we're looking at sort of the idea of children here, but like, look at this. I want to give you a bouquet of flowers and just make all the past go away. That's how I'm kind of reading it. And she's going, I just want to get to calmer waters. I want to get to calmer waters. And my swords, my pain, everything I've been through is way bigger than this teeny weeny bunch of flowers that doesn't really cut it by means of helping me address what I've been through. So to me, it's like, even though this energy is coming back around, it's not a slam dunk still. There's still some tension to play out, and it needs to be addressed in a really constructive way. Advice from Spirit. Divine Masculine. You need to understand who you're dealing with. I'm going to say bro, but like I know that not all masculines are men. Bro, you need to understand who you're dealing with. You're dealing with the Empress. And if you're going to show up and not, if you're going to show up any level of this energy and try and deal with the Empress, you're going to get shut down. These conversations are going to tank because she's not sure she wants you after everything she's been through. If you cannot show up and deal with this, I actually think that these conversations are going to tank, and unions are going to be hard to come by. Like, free will is a powerful thing, and the Empress, she's done a bucket load of work. She knows who she is and what she wants. She's connected to the divine. She's connected to the planet. She's on mission. She doesn't need you. She doesn't. She can choose to want you, but only if you're going to be of you know, like, you have to show up right. You have to walk with her, support her, and deal with everything that she's been through. You have to. Honestly, I sound really bossy, don't I? The advice is that you respect the Empress that your divine feminine has become. If you want to get past pre-harvest energy, you want these unions to come back online, you're going to have to respect the ascension path of the divine feminine. What have we got as a likely outcome? See, this is the kicker. You've got here for the feminine, her ships are coming in with the 3 of Wands, or she's on her path, she's moving forward, she knows where she's going, she knows what she's doing. Divine Masculine, you want a victory, you're going to have to swing that sword of truth, knowing that you've got shit that needs to be dealt with. And if she takes you down, if she's mad, if she's cranky, if whatever collateral damage comes as a result for this union getting on mission, that you're going to have to suck it up, bro. Because it's like, this victory will come with collateral damage. It will. For you to get this online, you're going to have to face the mess of the past. It's to me, it's a given, and it's showing up relentlessly in the conversations that I'm having and the readings I'm doing. So let's now look to the Divine Love Oracle, and just, sorry about that, had little technical issues. Me and technology, we have our moments, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So this is our Divine Love Oracle. It's a big deck and tricky to shuffle, but we'll do our best. And we'll just split the deck and choose one off the top and see what we've got. Grounded is our first message. Dark Night. Ooh, interesting. And you can do this. I like these. I like these a lot, and I'll tell you why. Grounded, this is so important. Grounded is, ooh, we actually had another one in there. We had 4 drop out. Okay, let's have a look. So grounded, the importance of being grounded is that you get to walk with your 5D and your 3D, both your hats on, without it making you sick, ill, frustrated, confused, losing sleep, any of the above. So as you move through any part of the ascension journey, it's really important to continue to connect with our nurturer, Mother Earth, and the Empress. You know, like this is the energy of being connected to 5D and connected to 3D and any of the dimensions out and above. However you are exploring this journey of ascension, it's a reminder to reconnect with you. Go for a walk with bare feet anytime that you know, divine feminine, when you're up in your headspace and you can't come up with a solution. Divine masculine, as you're out there trying to figure out how to walk past your 8 broken cups, go for a walk in nature barefoot, or spend some time just meditating on what it is to be connected to Mother Earth and bring all those energies through, because not only does it support your physical and mental health, it brings through information from spirit. So grounded is a really interesting energy when we look at this scenario playing out. Dark night and ego. So it is referring to the dark night of the soul, if you can see that. I know it's a bit shiny there, but dark night of the soul and ego. This is interesting because this is, it says here, how you wanted it. This is what you wanted to find, feminine. You wanted this person to come back. You wanted them to come back with balanced and ready and up for the fight. But they come back and they go, hey, how you going? And the conversation is a little underdone, which pushes you back into a, you know, an overthinking energy, which can trigger you into these dark night spaces where you have to go back and revisit everything you're moving through, your ascension journey. And isn't that an interesting process where you go, get grounded, because there's another process to raise you up and put your ego in check, because this is what you wanted. This is what you were fighting for. Okay, so I know it takes finding another gear, divine feminine. You've been through so much, and for you to have moved into Empress energy, you've come all the way into Empress energy. I've drawn it twice there. Look, we've brought you all the way into Empress energy, this twin flame journey. You're ready to get on mission and do what you need to do. And you're wondering, do you even need your Emperor by your side? But this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted to. Mission was about, you know, the union is part of mission, showing the world what it is to have unconditional love, showing the world what it is to ascend, showing the world what it is to manage that ego voice when fear springs up. Look, when you're in fear and you need to find an extra layer of strength, and your ego tells you that is way too scary, don't do it. Divine feminine, you know what to do. You have got so many resources at your disposal. It took the divine masculine a minute to get here, and are they still doing things in a haphazard way? Yeah, sure, they are. Is it pushing us into some overthinking? Yeah, it is. But you know what? They're getting there, and it's happening. And what I want to say to you now with this strength card is that you can do this. The energy of this, I kind of relate it to climbing Mount Everest in red high heels. It's like, it feels like it's a ridiculous thing to attempt. It feels like a ridiculous thing. There's so much fear and anxiety, and if I step back into this with this person who's still not saying and doing what I thought they should be saying and doing, am I just leading myself down a path that's going to ultimately end in pushing me back to where I came from? I don't think so, divine feminine. I think you've got another, what's the word, reservoir. You've got another reservoir of strength that will allow you to climb Mount Everest in red high heels. You've achieved so much. You've overcome so much already. And I don't doubt that you're already out in your communities or out in your families, wherever mission has presented for you, that you're already climbing Mount Everest in red high heels. And you know, these your divine masculine, they've been here triggering your journey. They've been pushing you to these levels of ascension. And now that you've got here, you go, I don't know if I need another push, but you can do this. These unions are coming online and they are going to be what you want them to be. Is it easy for the divine masculine to admit where he's gone wrong and what he did and how he hurt you? No. But do I think they'll do it? Yeah, I do. If we can get past these early stages of when they're learning to stand up and walk, it's them in the red high heels at the base of Kosciuszko. Oh, Kosciuszko. See, I'm Australian. Kosciuszko, Everest. They're at the base of Everest. They're making their climb. They haven't even hit base camp yet. They're, you know, and we've been to base camp and we've ascended to the peak and we now sit there, divine feminine. I include myself in there. I do. I keep saying we because I've been on this journey too. I feel like we're understanding the journey more than we've ever have, and the reservoir of strength that we have. Don't we just continue to surprise ourselves how much we can dive into it, and it will be a beautiful journey. Watching this unpack for divine masculine and watching these unions come online. I know the conversations are a little bit how you're going at the moment, but you can do this. Okay, so I feel like that's the crux of the message that I wanted to get out today. If you like the way I deliver a message and you want to help me reach other people and support other people in this twin flame journey, I'm so grateful for any like, share, subscribe. I'm brand new out here to YouTube, but I've been working with twin flames a long time and I want to help this wave of twin flames and the next, however many waves come forward and need support and encouragement, divine love, soulmate love, however it's manifesting, however these ascension journeys play out. I want to help. I feel on mission, and it's anything. If you feel inclined to help me with a like, share, subscribe, I would so appreciate it. Okay, I think that's the crux of the message. So, and I hope we get to talk again, and if we do, take care of you. If we don't, take care of you. Till next time, bye for now.